Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Afa and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the wild Samoans, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano. The trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon the Dudley Boyz. And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these 4 men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from off on Sika, and then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And at a combined weight of 603 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boyz.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Well, look, the Dudley Boyz may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boyz and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano at a combined weight of 645 pounds. Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And this tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boyz, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Hop on Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces, I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the lion's den.
Two-on-two tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boyz taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boyz and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop.
Vaulting plancha, incredible. Toss caution out the window, and it paid off.
Adrenaline is through the roof now.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boyz match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Well, maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete.
From the top, double axe handle connects.
And nothing could save Bubba Ray from that attack.
Yeah, Cole, but he's just focused on avoiding going through the table. That's all that matters.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Look at this. This can't be good.
Desperate right hands connecting.
Cut off with a kick to the gut.
Now that's what you call impact.
Whip back into the ring.
What a headbutt. Vicious. Oh, a headbutt right to the shoulder.
That's using your noggin.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boyz. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans through a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boyz' legacy even further.
He could be starting to really struggle in this match.
Might want to start setting up some tables before this match gets out of hand. Ooh. Ooh. Escapes and a chop block takes him down.
He finds a counter for Bubba Ray. And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
He is looking to do some from the top.
Turns it around.
Connects on the kick.
Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
And Devon Dudley turning it around.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Looks like he's coming back in. Big back body drop.
What elevation.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild. Popped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
The Wild Samoans just completely...
Uh-oh, stop to the spine.
We know what's coming next.
So much for the submission hold. He just lets...
Sky high.
Ah, crash and burn. Turns it around. Ow.
Oh.
Already he's taken on some damage.
Devon Dudley causing damage and causing harm.
And a series of vicious stomps.
Words off that offense from Bubba. Kick gets caught.
Oh, could this be it?
And Bubba hits the Bubba Cutter. That was the Dudley Boyz showing the Wild Samoans what tag team wrestling is all about.
Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
I don't want to know.
And we're witnessing two titans of the tag team game absolutely destroying each other here.
The Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boyz battling for supremacy, battling to get the other team through some tables.
And he just has to be in indescribable pain.
These are the moments professionals train for, when you are at your breaking point. That table has only one destiny, and it involves being broken in half.
And slides back into the ring. Effective counter.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they will maim. Yes, they will hurt. And yes, they will not stop.
On the apron!
The hardest part of the ring. Oh, man. Bubba Ray's looking worse for the wear. And it looks like he's got a bullseye on his head now. Gets driven into the corner.
Getting lifted to the top rope. Dominating shoulder tackle.
He's finding himself in some territory he does not want to be in.
I think we're about to see a body go through a tape.
Oh, no, Corey. The table's just been set on fire.
This is too far. Oh my God, all the way to the floor.
The Dudley Boyz came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial, had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans just call regular old Tuesday. Alpha and Sika are just a different breed of wrestler.
Look, I don't care who you are. You could be King Kong or a kaiju. It's going to be curtains for you if you're on the receiving side of a Wild Samoan headbutt from the top rope.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boyz at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boyz at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.